DOGE is forging ahead with cuts to both spending and workforce. Cutting is never easy. Spending is more popular than slashing, and some GOP lawmakers are hearing from constituents even as some Trump voters face the knife. Here's the president with Elon Musk.
We're cutting down government. We're cutting down the size of government. We have to. We're bloated. We're sloppy. We have a lot of people that aren't doing their job.
The overall goal here with the DOGE team is to help address the enormous deficit. We simply cannot sustain as a country $2 trillion deficits. If this continues, the country will become de facto bankrupt. It's not an optional thing, it is an essential thing. That's the reason I'm here.
Changing the status quo is hard. Once something is created, it's next to impossible to even pare it down, which is why you're seeing so many court challenges, but it's also how you got $36 trillion in debt. Taylor Riggs co-hosts The Big Money Show and joins us now. Welcome, Taylor. Cutting is hard, and it's not without pain. Some GOP lawmakers have been facing some challenging crowds in town halls. So what should they say to even Trump voters who may be losing their jobs?
That you voted for this, remember, and that he is right. I mean, and Trey, you know this more than I do. Republicans have been screaming about our debt and our deficit for, 20 years? And it's never come to fruition. And so people think that we're crying wolf. And what I would say is at $36 trillion in debt, we can no longer cry wolf. The issue, and I love that you played the Elon Musk clip, it is now or never. It is do or die. We have to do this. When our interest, paying the interest on our debt is $1 trillion and more than our defense budget every year, you have to do something. That is the beginning of the end of the empire, right? So I would remind them to go home and tell their constituents, we have to do this. It is painful, but I don't have another option. My worry, Trey, is it is a career killer. It is so easy to hand out money. Everyone's winning. Everyone has a slush fund. We're all drinking the punch bowl at the party. And then now they want to take that punch bowl away. And when it hits your district, in your red neighborhood, it hurts. And it is a career killer. And so I'm hopeful that even Republicans are still understanding the urgency behind DOGE. I am worried about them saying, okay, well, never mind, because it's finally hitting home and my constituents are mad, so never mind, let's just keep the party going so I can get reelected. So I'm hopeful, but cautious at the same time.
All right, let's hear from one federal employee, and then I'll ask you about it on the other side.
Those are not real jobs producing federal revenue. Federal employees do not deserve their jobs. Federal employees do not deserve their paychecks.
Taylor, maybe things have changed since I left, but I think members of Congress are federal employees, and I know their staffs are, and I know their committee staffs are, and so are ICE agents and the military. Is everything on the table, including member salaries and staff? Because that might be a place Elon Musk decides to cut.
I know. You know, one thing I love about Elon Musk is he brings his business acumen to the table. So what he did with X, which is formerly known as Twitter, he came in and he quite literally posted himself taking out the kitchen sink. He literally said, we are throwing everything out with the kitchen sink. That is more of an analogy than I think it is real in this case. I think DOGE is going to move fast. They will make mistakes, but they are trying to also be thoughtful and correct errors when they do make mistakes.
And I thank you for trying to help me understand that members of Congress are actually federal employees, because I didn't understand that whole federal employees don't work thing. But thank you for helping me and for joining me on a Sunday night.
My pleasure.